Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are again on Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. On today's video, I want to make a guide related to the cards. Many of you have asked me that I do this, so I'm doing it right now. For the people who don't know maybe what I'm talking about the cards that will give you tremendous and massive buff for your characters. But of course, you need to know how to use them. Okay, first of all, really short, how you can farm those cards. You go in the events, you go into the challenge, and then you go into slot of slaughter. Okay, this is the part where you're gonna grind this cards. Okay, now you have a select reward pool. Now in the beginning you have this lower levels of the cards, of course, basic cards, advanced cards, then electric ice, for example, increase electric damage, increase overall damage by 10. So pretty much here you will have a freedom that you choose which type of cards you want to get. Of course, my advice is logical. Use the levels of the slots which are the highest. Of course, for me it's level 60 slots, so there is no point of me to work on my level 50 slot and everything else, because here I will get the best cards overall. Now you can clearly see that you have different types. You have physical fire, you have electric ice, and support. Okay, I will discuss a little bit overall what each of those cards are doing. We're gonna go into gallery and we're gonna check it out. So this part is on you. It really depends what do you need. Do you need cards for your physical teammates or fire teammates? This is where you're gonna farm it. If you need for electric and ice, so for example here, increase electric damage by 16% if you have 2 of those. If you have 4, increase the electric damage of the ultimate skill by 80%. I will explain how does it work, although I guess most of you already know, but pretty much when you put 2 of these cards on your character, this will be applied. If you put 4 of those cards on your character, both electric damage will be applied and increased electric damage of the ultimate skill. So this card would be, for example, a good thing for the one-man show, right? Okay. Or you can go for support. Like, definitely this is one of the most broken cards that I would say. It's Nevan set. 2 cards give you increased overall damage by 10%, and then 4 cards after hitting a target with ultimate skill increase overall damage of the entire lineup by 70% for the next 10 seconds, and cooldown is 40 seconds, which is not that big of the deal overall. So really it depends what do you need. So based on your characters and based on everything what you have, you choose which type of cards you want to farm. Okay, and then you just do this, boom boom. I could have used this soul sweeper so I don't have to do a match. Okay, and then you go into the match, you do it. It's nothing too hard. Okay, it's nothing too hard, and like this you're gonna acquire cards and many other things. You're gonna also acquire the boxes which you open certain cards. You can also choose the cards. Now I'm not 100% sure did I get the boxes from here, but definitely this is the part where you can grind those cards. Okay, now let me just do this quick match, so just so you see the example, what do you get and everything else. And then we're gonna proceed on the characters, and I will proceed to talk about the best cards that I think, what are the best cards overall. But really it depends on what characters you have, what type of team you have, and based on that you're gonna go and farm cards. That's literally that, of course. And don't underestimate the support cards. Currently now ice and electric, most of us are just farming physical and fire, and then when we get new characters, electric, ice, you're gonna also farm that part. But it's pretty straightforward, easy, nothing too hard or spectacular. I believe it's pretty understandable. Look at this, you're done pretty much in matter of seconds. Okay, limit 2 demons, I didn't do that, but it doesn't matter. And then you get certain cards. Okay, now when you get Phantom 4, that's a legendary, as you can see, increased physical damage, and then when attacking a target with an active bleed gauge, increase crit rate by 20 and crit damage by 20. Okay, so this is really good card for Virgil, for example. And each of those cards will give you certain stats. So they're giving you attack stats, percentage here, then attack percentage, and defense. Okay. Also, you could get Phantom card with different stats. So also pay attention to that. Okay. This is one of the example. Also, when you farm the game and everything else, you're gonna also get, if I go into inventory really quickly. Boom. I don't know, do I have them? Yeah, you're gonna also get this card selection chest, which some of them are legendary, some of them are epic. So also pay attention on what are you taking here. Okay, again, it really depends on your box. Fine. Okay, now let me take an example of a character. Let me go Virgil. So here it is, just one more time so I can explain this. So each of those cards, any type of the cards, will give you two type of buffs. When you have two same cards and when you have four same cards. In Virgil case, this is perfect because two cards of Phantom will give me increased physical damage by 16, and then four cards will give me increased crit rate and crit damage. Perfection for Virgil, plus I completely leveled them up. Now the only thing that I could pay attention and I could improve is the stats, but still here you can clearly see I have the attack stats, overall damage, physical damage stats, and HP. Here I have defense, crit damage, physical damage, crit rate, HP, MP, regeneration, attack, HP. This part I could improve. So if I go into the change, if I don't have another Phantom, or I have, yes. Here you can see I have defense, physical damage, overall damage, defense. Here I have HP, damage reduction in air, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage. So overall, in this case, I could do this. So I replace, because this one will actually give me the better stats. It will give me crit rate, crit damage. This is what I want to aim for the Virgil. So definitely also pay attention on which card you're using, but also pay attention to the actual stats of the cards, because definitely you want to maximize, in Virgil case, you want to maximize the amount of crit rate, crit damage, and just overall the damage. He honestly doesn't need HP regeneration, defense so much, and everything else. Okay, so have that in mind. Also percentages, like attack percentage is like the craziest thing. Okay, percentage, always pay attention to percentages. But this is pretty solid. Now you can play around to the perfection, do that slot of slaughter and everything else until you actually get the cards with the perfect stats. So this is that part where you can play around for sure. Okay, so that's just an example on one character. Now there is also, like here, I'm using support card here, Nivan, the most broken one. As you can see, 2 cards overall damage, but 4 cards, it will increase the damage of whole lineup after you're using the ultimate and do some damage. That is like the most broken support card, and this is what you wanna definitely pay attention. Now I could get better stats overall, as you can see, but it's fine, not a big deal. This is like end game, mid game, end game, where you're just going hunting for the stats and everything else. Okay, have that in mind. Now pretty much that's it. I don't know what else I could say. I don't want to make it complicated because honestly it isn't. For the end, I didn't forget. Okay, we're gonna go into gallery. We're gonna go into the card sets, and here you can check out certain card sets. Okay, we have the help right. Now have in mind, some of them are like rare, some of them are epic. Okay, this is the epic magic card. Okay, the green one is like a standard or whatever you want to call it, and then you have this legendary cards. As you can see, related to the legendary cards, you have a Phantom. Okay, 2 card, 4 card, this is the perfect for the Virgil, for example, but also you can use it on any type of physical. This is the Beowulf, set stat, 2 card, increase overall damage by 10. And then when you have like 4 card, after hitting a target with QTE skill, increase physical element damage against the target by 16% for the next 16 seconds. This can be extremely really good. Okay, extremely good for your physical characters. Okay, so because overall you're gonna do like crazy damages here. Okay, so that you can use as well. I don't have it like fully collected. Nivan, I already explained, the best support card in the game. We have Minotaur as well. This is for the electric damage. We have Cerebrus. This is for the ice. Okay, for example, Frosty Grace or whatever it's called, Frosty something lady, the one of the worst legendaries overall. And this is for the fire. So pretty much depending on what type of characters you have, you go and you grind this type of cards, and then later on you make your stats, you grind the stats, you grind for the cards with the perfect stats. But for the beginning, just get the right stats for the certain units. Like for this one, increase fire damage, each attack increase overall damage by 2% for the next 10 seconds and can stack up to 15 times. Of course, you're gonna use this on your fire characters like Devil Bringer, okay, like Nero, regular Nero, for example, or Spark Igniter Lady as well. This is the card that you can use there. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now this regular standard epic cards, they're also pretty decent, nothing too spectacular overall, but still you can see fire damage, so you're using this one on the fire characters. Help Right, it's an attack, so it's like a basic card. Enigma gives you crit rate and crit damage, so you can also play around with that, but mostly you want to be focused on those legendary cards, and depending on what character you use, you put your cards on that one. And that's pretty much it. You work on that stats, you work on the levels, and that's pretty much it. Okay guys, hopefully you did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully everything was understandable, but this is pretty much the full guide related to the cards. I believe there is nothing else to add. That's it. Love ya and bye.